Uh, Horrible Histories. Stories. Tomb of Treasure by Terry Deary Derry. I don't know. Illustrated by Martin Brown. Neria, Natron, and Knives. Two men left the town of Thebes and walked towards the dusty desert in the east. A warm wind whirled oh my throat around them, and they covered their faces with scarves. The path was rocky, and as they came near a boulder, the big man pulled out a black stone knife and checked it. It was safe to walk past.
It's alright. It's alright.
Wait, how do I do Big Nereus boy?
It's alright, Arthur, he called. Not a desert lion in sight. Or a jackal. A hungry jackal will attack a traveler too, you know, Neria. No jackals. Not even a cat.
Neria told the old man. Antef scuttled past the boulder nervously.
I wish we could see a cat. It's lucky if you see a cat,
He explained, aghast.
There are always cats in the house of dirt.
Nereus said, excited. Antef sighed.
There are dead cats. They don't count. They kill them and turn them into mummies to bring the king luck in the next life. Oh yes, Neria, take my word for it. Cats are lucky.
Neria thought about it.
Not so lucky for the cats, though. I mean, they get killed, so they can so they can keep the dead king company. That's not lucky.
Antef shrugged.
Better than the old pharaohs,
Antef said with a harsh laugh.
They didn't kill cats for company. They killed their servants.
Ahem, ahem.
They didn't. They did. Think of it. You serve your pharaoh faithfully for 50 years. He dies, and you get smashed on the head so you can join him in his pyramid. That's bad luck for you. What's a pyramid, dumbass?
Neria asked. Antef stopped, took Neria's knife and scratched in the road, thus a large triangle. Note, people often ask, what is the point of a pyramid? And I always tell them, it's the sharp bit at the top. They never laugh. Maybe they don't get the joke. Maybe they don't see the point. Get it?
What's that?
Neria asked.
A pyramid,
Antef said.
I saw those when I went north to fight the high schools. When I was young, I was the greatest warrior in Egypt. Well, the greatest warrior in our village. Well, I was the only warrior in our village. But I was brave. They marched us north, and that's when I first saw the ancient pyramids.
He explained and jabbed the knife at the shape on the ground.
What are they?
Neria asked.
They are huge stone piles that reach up into the clouds. They used to bury the king They used to bury the dead kings in them in the old days.
Antef said.
At least that's what I was told. Up in the north, near Gaza, there are nearly 100 of these tombs. Each one took years to build, and thousands of farmers worked on them when it was too dry to work in the fields. You should go and see them one day, Neria.
Wait, what? Panef said. They are a wonder. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, I got confused.
You should go see them one day, Neria. Panef said they are a wonder. I bet no one could get in to rob one of those,
Nerya said. Antef snorted.
Well, you'd be wrong, young man. They've all been robbed. Oh, they build secret passages and hidden entrances. They put traps and pits in the dark corridors, darker than the underworld. But the robbers still got in. They're all empty now. But how did they get in?
The old man asked. Antef patted Nerya's knee. The pervert, get it off.
They robbed the tomb before the king was ever buried there. They were as crafty as you.
Nerya chuckled.
One king, Jupes, tried to bury his mother in a pit as deep as 6 tall men. Antef cried. It was filled with...
Why does chocolate strawberry taste kind of disgusting? I don't know. Oh, where were we?
jeweled chests, silver statues, and golden furniture. She was called Queen Herpes. Then Jupes died a happy man. He was sure his mother and her treasure were safe from the robbers. Ha!
He cackled.
If anyone ever bothers to dig down, they'll find it empty. Grave robbers?
Nerya breathed and dreamed of the riches.
On our way home from the wars,
Antef said to Nerya.
My captain took me to the pyramid of Jupes. The secret entrance had been found 1,000 years ago, but it was sealed with great granite blocks.
You can't dig through granite, the big man said. Antef winked. Ding!
No, young man. So we saw the place where the robbers had dug around the blocks. We followed the passages to the center of the tomb.
Oh my gosh, I should have not drank while reading.
What did you find?
Nerya gasped.
We found a great pyramid that had 3 rooms. One for King Chops, one for his queen, and perhaps one for his treasurer,
He said.
Did you find the treasure?
Nerya asked. Antef gave a grim smile.
There was no treasure, only a huge stone coffin in the king's chamber. The mummy.
Nerya nodded.
They'd put have they
What is... Sorry guys, dyslexic moment.
they'd have put some treasure in the mummy's coffin.
Antef looked at him.
We lifted the lid on the coffin, and there it was. What was?
Antef took a deep breath and said,
Nothing. Nothing.
Nerya groaned, disappointed.
Nothing. The coffin was empty. I suppose the mummy had got out and walked off to the afterlife. Had he?
Antef spread his hands.
Who knows? Maybe Chops died before the pyramid was finished and they had to bury him somewhere else. Or maybe the pyramid was never meant to be his resting place. It's a mystery as old as time.
Note, and 2,000 years later, after Antef's day is still a mystery. Lots of clever people have lots of clever ideas, but no one really knows. Where's the missing mummy? If you find it, then take it home. It's probably looking for its daddy. Ha! Yes! Alright! Another terrible joke. Let's continue.
But I'll never forget my visit to the heart of Job's pyramid.
He leaned forward and said softly,
I've heard it said that the pyramid was never meant to be a tomb. I thought you said it was.
Antef gave a clever smirk on his face.
Some say it was built by the priest to measure time or study the stars.
He took a date from a pocket in his tunic, chewed on it, and spat it out the stone.
When we are rich, We can spend all night studying the stores because we don't have to work. Let's rob the Tutankhamun's tomb. Then other fools can worry about empty pyramids, he said fiercely. Now let's get to the House of Death.
The two men wrapped their scarves around their mouths and set off again. The House of Death wasn't a house. No, a house of death isn't a house. A pack of wolves isn't a pack of cards. You wouldn't mop a floor with a mop of hair. Dog food isn't made out of dead dogs, and more than angel cake is made out of dead angels. Words are a bigger mystery than Tutankhamun's grave. It was a tent. No, it wasn't a tent, because tents have sides, and the house of death was just a cotton roof held up with poles. The, the roof kept the burning sun of the workers inside, but let the wind blow the smell of death away. The smell of dead cats and rotting human remains. The jackals and the desert lions hadn't bothered Neria and Antef on the path. That was because the jackals and the desert lions were gathered around where the wind blew the scent of death. They were waiting for a nibble, a snack, or even a massive munching meal. A king's corpse would be nice. Desert lions can be snobby. They seem to think a king tastes better than a peasant like you or me. This is good news for you, but bad news for kings, queens, and the rest of the royal family. Of course, that was why the House of Death, which wasn't a house, was guarded by soldiers with spears, clubs, and bows and arrows. A big gold cat. Oh my god! A big golden cat could rush in looking like a desert lion, then be carried away looking like a porcupine. It had so many arrows in its big golden body. The guards could keep away the lions. They couldn't keep away the flies or the smell, though. Antef walked up to the first guard. He was fat, flabby, and fearful of the strangers. Big Neria looked terrifying.
Password,
he squeaked. Wait. What voice do I give this? Wait. Password! He squeaked.
I am Antef of Thebes, and I have brought a new worker for the House of Death.
Hello, Neria said cheerfully. But do you know the password? The guard asked.
Of course I do, Antef laughed. I bet you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
The old man jeered.
General Means is a friend of mine. He came to my house this afternoon, didn't he, Neria? He did, the big man boomed. Boom! He threatened to nail us too. And General Means told us,
Antef cut in quickly.
General Means said you guards are hopeless. He said you always forget which password it is each day.
The tubby guard tapped his chest with a chubby finger. I know it. I don't know what's Antef snorted.
If you know it then, what is it?
Nefertiti! The guard announced proudly. Antef beamed and his black teeth glittered.
Well done, that man. I will tell General Means what a great guard you are. What's your name?
Deco, sir, the guard said, pushing his chest out and lifting his chin proudly.
General Means shall hear about you. Deco, well done, well done.
The old man patted the blushing guard on the arm and walked past into the shade of the House of Dead. He walked boldly up to the man who carried a mask under his arm. It was the sharp-nosed head of a jackal.
Are you the priest of Anubis?
The man had a shaved head and his big ears stood out like handles on a wine jar. Who are you? He asked, and peered closely at Antef's filthy clothes and even filthier feet. Wait, if you want me to turn you into a mummy, you have to be dead first. Want me to call a guard and arrange it? Antef knew how to deal with people like him.
You should be wearing that mask. If the high priest Nesumontu saw you wandering around with the mask under your arm, he would have you whipped.
Who'd tell him? The red-faced man, the man.
I will I will when I see him tonight. He's a good friend of mine, you know.
The priest of Anubis looked unsure. It's hot wearing the mask all the time.
It will be hotter if Nesumontu has you staked out in the desert in the midday sun and lets the scorpion crawl all over you.
He wouldn't,
No, he wouldn't.
Antef said with a sudden smile.
Because I'm not going to tell him.
You're not? Why not?
Because you are going to look after my nephew Neria here.
The old man said, waving a hand at his big friend.
Look after him well, and I will not breathe a word to Nesumuntu. Look after him really well, and I will see you all rewarded. I will see you are well rewarded by King A.
A.
I will. Neria has been sent to help with the mummy making. Train him well. He's a strong lad, and he will be useful.
The priest smiled weakly. I'll do my best, he said.
You can stay here tonight and start working tomorrow. The Tonghamun will be delivered tomorrow. I expect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, the priest said.
Good.
Antef nodded. He took Neria by the arm and led him to the edge of the tent.
There you are, my boy. Part 1 of the plan complete. We have a member of the Fabulous Five in the House of Death itself.
Who? Neria asked. Antef rolled his eyes and wondered if this was such a good idea.
You, Neria, you are our inside man. 69 more days to go and you'll be rich.
Ooh, Neria said.
Good.
The priest of Anubis walked up to Neria. You can start tomorrow on the body of an old scribe.
What do you want me to do?
Remove the brain. Tomorrow, I'll show you how to take out a human brain. The priest promised. I may even show you how to take out the guts.
Nice,
Neria said, but he didn't look too sure. He stared out over the desert and watched Antef walk back to the city. The setting sun blazed golden red like the fires of the underworld, the fires that will burn the Fabulous Five if they failed. I thought nailed it. If they failed. Neria shivered. Won't you?
Okay, that's all, guys. Thank you for listening to my wonderful voice acting. I don't know. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See you next time.
I love you.